Are you an artist? Do you sometimes get these aches and pains in specific parts of your body? Are you mentally burned out? There are a lot of nuisances that can come about if you pursue a creative field or even just a hobby. Me being an illustrator means I'm very familiar with the dangers of not taking care of myself. I've heard horror stories of artists getting injured and not being able to continue creating. While drawing is one of my absolute favorite things to do, I have to sometimes take a step back and consider that if I want to continue doing this for the rest of my life, I can't overdo it. Let me introduce myself. I'm Mal, I'm an animation student, and there's loads of things I'd love to talk about concerning illustration and art. But first, I want to make sure all of my fellow artists understand that they need to take care of themselves. So, let's get into it. I'm going to start off with one of the most important things I have to say. You need to take care of your hands. If you're drawing or even doing any other craft that involves using your hands, there are very real risks when you overwork them. Hands are very complex structures with a myriad of muscles, tendons, nerves, and ligaments. Repetitive motions irritate these internal tissues, which can lead to painful conditions that can render your hands difficult to use. One common condition known as tendinitis causes pain and swelling. Tendinitis can be relieved with rest and perhaps some other treatment methods if it is required, but there are more severe conditions that can require more invasive methods. The fear of every artist is carpal tunnel syndrome. This condition happens when the median nerve in your hand is placed under pressure or becomes irritated due to repetitive strain injuries. Carpal tunnel syndrome causes pain, numbness, and weakness in your hands and wrists, and it can make it so your hands are impossible to use. Carpal tunnel syndrome can take away your ability to draw, and that is scary. While it can be treated with non-invasive methods, if it is severe, people can end up getting surgery to relieve the pain and restore function. It is incredible there are ways to reverse it, but I would say to avoid it entirely, because not everyone can get this surgery. It is expensive, and in any case, surgery has risks. Now that we've gone over some conditions that can affect artists, I'm going to share some things I personally do to prevent pain and further complications. The first thing I do is stretches. There are a large amount of hand and wrist stretches you can do out on the internet. I'm going to share an image here of my favorite stretches, and I'll put links in the description for resources. I do these stretches before I get to work, during the work, and after the work. This not only goes for people who do 2D or physical arts, by the way. 3D artists are also at risk. Typing and using a mouse also puts strain on your hands. So please do your stretches. It takes literally a couple of minutes at most. A second thing I do is take breaks. Let your hands recover from a long session. During these breaks, I normally go for a snack, or I lay down for a bit. It's simple and effective. Another thing you can do is seek out ergonomic and supportive products that can make your workflow more comfortable. An ergonomic tool is a tool that is designed to fit the human body's natural movements and mechanics. It makes an action easier, more efficient, and safer. I am actually on the hunt for an ergonomic mouse, since the mouse is not on a comfortable angle and causes strain. 3D artists' injuries are often aggravated by the mouse. I've also seen artists who get compression garments to soothe their pain, and I've seen artists who produce physical media seek out ergonomic tools. Now, that was a lot for hands, but hands are one of the most valuable things an artist has, for they are the main tools we use. It is possible to produce art without hands, and in those cases, an artist needs to take care of whatever part of their body they are using. Next, I also want to say, please take care of your eyes, especially for digital artists. You need to try to avoid eye strain. Eye strain can be very uncomfortable. And oftentimes, it leads me to stop working earlier than I wanted, sometimes even making me rest for a whole day, which is not great when you have a project due. Now, against common belief, it is not specifically the screen that causes this. It's not blinking. Oftentimes when we stare at a screen, we tend to blink a lot less, causing our eyes to dry up. A very simple way to fix this is eye drops, or simply being more aware of your blinking. If it's the bright light that's bothering you, you can dim the screen or step away from the screen a bit. There are a lot of products out there that claim to help with eye strain, the most common one being blue light glasses, but these actually have no scientific backing when it comes to eye strain. At most, they help with sleep and glare. I own a pair, and I'll tell you, whatever benefits I get, I'm very aware, are placebos. So if you truly want to help your eye strain, I advise hydrating those eyes and taking breaks. I'm gonna call myself out on this next thing. Your posture. I know artists are notorious for our shrimp-like posture, but it's not healthy at all. To this day, I still struggle with my posture. My back and neck curve forward as if on instinct. Now, to work on fixing this, I've been working out, specifically my core and back muscles. Our muscles naturally weaken the longer we spend in a bad posture, and so strengthening them can help. Another thing I find works is putting things at eye level. If you have a laptop on the table, you're going to naturally look down. On the contrary, if your laptop is elevated to sit at eye level with you, you will naturally look up and maintain a healthy posture. Now, this is a lot easier if you have a monitor instead of a laptop. But there are laptop stands where you can prop up your laptop if need be. Another thing that helps is sitting in your chair correctly, with your back flush against the chair. Now, for posture, there are so many products. A lot of them are really expensive. I myself own a standing desk, which means I can stand up and still work. But your posture can indeed be corrected through exercise and proper positioning. If it's outside of your means, you do not need any of the fancy equipment. To finish off on keeping your physical body healthy, it is very important for you to sleep well, eat well, and move your body. We were not meant to be kept to a desk all day. During a break, go for a walk, do some exercises before getting to work, eat enough food to nourish your body, and get all of your sleep hours in. It may seem trivial, but our overall health affects our results as artists. Do not fall for the tortured artist narrative. You do not have to suffer or sacrifice your well-being for your art. And I want to finish off by also stressing our mental health. Self-care also involves our mind. Making sure you are in a good mental space is crucial. Our brain is another organ in our body that affects everything. I personally have struggled with my mental health, and I still have struggles to this day. One way I find it helpful is to have an outlet for these thoughts and feelings that don't allow us to function. For a lot of us, this outlet is art. Vent art is an incredible way to process these feelings and keep them close to us. I recommend keeping this art private though, but if you wish to share it, that is your decision, and it may actually help others who are going through a similar thing. But I personally find it relaxing, knowing my vent art won't be seen by anyone, and therefore there are no expectations. I also keep a journal. It helps me vent out my thoughts and in turn helps me process them and let them go. Of course, other people need more support when it comes to mental health, and in that case, I recommend seeking a professional who is equipped to help you. There is absolutely no shame in getting help. It's also helpful to have a support system to fall back on. If not your family, then your friends. People who care and who you can connect to. Even if you don't explicitly talk about your issues, it can be reassuring that there are people who love you and care about you. Again, I want to emphasize, you do not have to suffer for your art. Oftentimes there is this narrative that the tortured artist produces the best and deepest work. But I urge you to not fall for it. There are millions of artists who produce spectacular, personal, and meaningful art while taking care of themselves. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, there will be resources in the description if you want to go deeper into some topics. Take care of yourselves. That's it for me. See you next time.